The first misconception is secretary. Naturally, the club, in any club will say, yeah, we should pick a girl. Why? Because misconception wise again, people always think secretary's main role is to take minutes. Agree or not? Actually, no. Alright? Apart from taking minutes, the secretary's role, okay, I want to share with you, is of a person who is supposed to be a resource member for the president in the club meeting. What do you mean by resource member? If a president may forget a certain part of the RAC constitution, bylaw, or in fact the club's rules and regulation, then it is the secretary's role to advise, remind, or in fact clarify to the president these are certain things. Okay, so the secretary role is not just taking minutes. All right, you must be a person that is of the knowledge of what is the procedure, the function, and rules and regulation of a RAC club. Okay, resource member, that's what we call it, a resource member. So secretaries in any club, before you take up a secretary role, apart from learning how to write fast or shorthand and the minutes format, is actually seriously to study whatever that needs to be studied about a RAC club in terms of the knowledge, the book, right, the constitution, the statement of policy, the bylaws, and if any, the house rules. That's a crucial role of a secretary, because if there is any argument or any debate or discussion in the club, when it comes back pointing to the facts of a RAC club, the secretary is supposed to be the person to be able to clarify and tell, the general membership. Actually, the reason why this project is not international service and it should be comm service is because, okay, that's the role of a secretary. The other misconception of a secretary is, anyone want to share? Another one. That the person needs to have good, good, I would say good communication skills in terms of writing. Okay? Why do I say that? Because there are many times people say that, because my secretary job, I need to write a lot of minutes, so my English or whatever language we write the minutes in, it has to be good. No. Okay, many times I state RAC is a development club. Alright, if I always encourage, if you really is bad or not really good in any language, especially English, it's more so you take up secretary role, because that's where you will learn, in terms of writing the minutes and how to write short and efficient minutes. Okay, and also look up in terms of the words, in terms of the term that you want to use in the minutes, the words and terms. Okay, comes to the club service or treasurer. My apologies, the treasurer. The treasurer's role in terms of being misconceived. Of course, it always has to do with money, right now. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. In this club, what is the major job that the treasurer do here? Collect money or giving out money?
Giving out. Collect and giving out.
Okay. Hi, Dinesh.
This is actually treasurer is supposed to plan future for the club.
Correct. Now, the treasurer is someone that needs to know the money part of the club. Now, when I say money here, it's not just necessary, okay, being the person doing accounts. Okay, because you can be a treasurer without any knowledge of accounts. You can be, all right. Why? Because actually keeping a RAC club account is not a task of things. Because most of the time, okay, the money coming in and coming out is only 3 figure, the hundreds only, not the thousands. Okay, and most of the time the transaction per month is, you can't finish the checkbook in a term, kind of thing. Right? So it's not really a heavy duty. I'm not sure whether it's the same in this club. It's not a very heavy duty kind of. So we don't need seriously someone to say, oh, you study account, right? Good. Potential candidate for treasurer. Misconception again. Okay? The treasurer's role is for, in fact, let me be honest with you. The less the person know about money and accounts, the better is the person being a treasurer.
Really?
Yes. Why? It's because the person would at the same time learning to be a treasurer or is a treasurer of the club, he or she would really ask questions that someone that we perceive knows accounts won't ask. Okay? It's like asking a how should I say, a policeman to solve a particular crime scene and asking, alright, a person out of the police force to think of other aspect of a crime scene that perhaps the policeman for so many years is only always starting this way. Same thing with, alright, same thing with a treasurer. Same thing with a treasurer. If you have always been using this claim form, okay, why? Because I work accounts as a career or work, so claim form is always like that. And then it comes to introduce to the club, claim form is always like that. And then if you come to a particular person, alright, who doesn't have account background, he may think that why so difficult one this claim form? We don't need a multi-million-dollar company claim form in Road Club. Why can't we simplify it, but also serve the purpose? That's where, as I said, actually a non-financial background person would actually be encouraged to be a treasurer. Okay? Alright. Then comes the club service, right? As I mentioned before I pass. Club service, then I want to ask Andrew here, since the club service director is here. What is your understanding of your role actually, your main part of your role?
To organize fellowships, mainly to get all the club members together to mingle around, to create the bond or maintain the bond.
Okay. The second one, in line, priority, that one, the first one, right?
Yes, fellowship for the club.
Second one?
I think there's only one. But that's the only one I know.
Thank you very much. As much as fellowship is very important in any road track club, no doubt, I always support that. Club service is the most diversified avenue in a road track club. Diversified means the multitasking, or in Malaysian term, the rojak avenue. What I mean by rojak is actually practically anything to do with membership is the club service role. I was fortunate enough to be the club service director again for 2 terms of my club after I joined my road track club for about 9 months. Okay, being that role for 2 terms, I found out that the club service is actually, yes, it's fun, but not as fun as you think, because there's a lot of things the club service needs to do, which unfortunately Andrew did not mention. Okay, first and foremost, it's very important to keep the club's demographics balanced. What I say by demographics is that in terms of the number of gender in a road track club, as well as, of course, the ethnic backgrounds or race, as well as profession. Okay, you don't want a club where there's too many business students. You don't want a club where there's too many secretaries. You don't want a club where there's too many sales professionals. So the club service director, is the person that should be aware of it, not only by name the person, but actually this person is, she's a student. What particular field of study is she a student? Okay, business. Oh, she's also a student. What's particular? Oh, she's in accounts, different. She's in engineering or this. That is the role, or that is the function of membership in road track. Okay, road track is not a professional or by career